Johnny Buckets and some others are talking about AJ Duffy, of course, at quarterback. We'll never know what's going through Mike Norvell's mind, but you have to wonder what he would have to see through the spring, but most likely really getting down into August camp, what he would have to see to turn over that quarterback job.
Yeah, I think everybody was wanting him. I saw a few people, he's going to take over. Jordan Travis is going to be it. I'm like, no, I don't. That's not going to be the case. I think Duffy is coming here to learn, which he should, and be behind Jordan Travis. This will be a big spring for Duffy, but not really. The pressure's not on him. It's on Tate Rodemaker to be QB2. And whenever he's been put into situations, there's been inconsistencies. Holton, our new writer, will be putting out our depth chart on Friday, and I think he did a pretty good job of noting, this pressure isn't on Jordan Travis. This isn't on AJ Duffy coming in. This is going to be on Tate Rodemaker. If he can make that next step, he's great at practices. He can make plays. He's most likely the most gifted as a passer right now. Extremely strong arm. He's probably the best in the room at the deep ball and connecting there, but it seems to be when the pressure is on him, it kind of folds. He folds in situations where Norvell wants him to pull up. And that was the same with Jordan Travis too. But Jordan Travis developed and he really saw a big significant increase in his pocket awareness, being able to pull up and find his routes, make sure he's making his 1, 2, 3s. He did that. And that's what I think Mike Norvell is really looking for him to make that next step. And then Duffy, I think as a young kid who, is definitely gifted and is talented, it's just going to depend on the experience, the more experience. But the best thing is he's an early enrollee and he can learn and get behind this offensive line and get into some of these practices. I think it'll be a wake-up call for some of these young guys and transfers to see how these practices are, because they're not easy. It wears me out while I'm watching them. And I'm like jumping left and right. We're running over this field. No, we're going inside. Oh, we're going back out on the field. Now we're jogging, trying to keep up. So I'm sure it's a little bit different whenever you've got about 35 pounds more of pads and a helmet on you. So we'll see. But I'm not expecting much from the freshman. I just want to see him kind of gel with his teammates, find some chemistry, maybe. They've been throwing a lot in the IPF, the practice fields, building that chemistry with some of his wide receivers and some of these new transfers. I think that's, the first thing I'm looking at, and just how he's gelling with the team overall and watching and learning behind Jordan Travis is going to be key. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course, AJ Duffy comes in with a blue chip resume here from high school, 11th rated quarterback in the country, 21st rated player in the state, and number 171 overall. So those kind of quarterbacks, those level of players, you obviously expect to be a big impact player and a starter at some point. But hey, this is just year one. Offensive line, quarterbacks, toughest positions to acclimate the first year and hit the ground running. No doubt about that.